How you doing, folks? This is the Pop Music Freak. I'm back with another Song Facts Countdown video. We're counting down here my 1,000 favorite songs of all time, and we're up to number 810 on my list. This song by this artist, definitely a big change of pace for this artist. Maybe not big. He actually had one other song that charted on the dance chart. But in the middle of the 70s, in the middle of 1978, those of you out there who are big fans of this singer did not expect him to go into the full disco direction. But if you had already purchased the album it came from, you'd know the song existed. And you're probably anticipating this song getting on the radio and getting played in the discos, and a lot of you enjoyed it. I'm talking about the man himself, Barry Manilow. The song is Copacabana, subtitled At the Copa. Let me give you the song facts about this great song. It was a song recorded by Barry Manilow, written by Manilow, Jack Feldman, and Bruce Sussman. It was released in 1978 as the third single on the LP, the third of four singles from the LP, his fifth studio album, Even Now. It was also featured in the movie Foul Play, starring Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn. All right, what else can I tell you about the song? It was recorded very beginning, January 1978. From what I read, January 78, was released in June 78 in the U.S. Actually, it was rush released as the prior single, the title track, Even Now, was still on the charts. The demand for Copacabana was so huge, on the radio especially, that Arista Records rush released the next single, Copacabana, as Even Now was still up on the charts. So this naturally killed the run of Even Now, because Copacabana was more in demand, because disco was so hot at that moment. Thank you, Bee Gees. It was not released as a single until 15 years later in the UK and Australia, and it was a remix version in 1993. Actually, I take that back. It was released in the UK, but it wasn't a hit. The song was inspired by a conversation between Manilow and Sussman at the Copacabana Hotel in Rio de Janeiro, when they discussed whether there had ever been a song called Copacabana. After returning to the U.S., Manilow, who in the 1960s had been a regular visitor to the Copacabana nightclub in New York City, suggested that Sussman and Feldman write the lyrics to a story song for him. They did so, and Manilow supplied the music. The song's lyrics refer to the Copacabana nightclub, the hottest spot north of Havana. The story starts in the late 1940s, focusing on Lola, a Copacabana showgirl, and her sweetheart Tony, a bartender at the club. One night, an ostentatiously wealthy man named Rico takes a fancy to Lola, but Tony intervenes when Rico becomes aggressive. The ensuing brawl ends in blood and a single gunshot. After it is initially unclear who shot who, Lola shrieks at the sight of Tony dead. 30 years later, the club had been transformed into a discotheque, as the real New York Copacabana had been, but a middle-aged Lola remains in her showgirl attire, now a customer at the bar who drinks herself half-blind, lamenting the loss of her youth, her sanity, and Tony. Release and reception. Copacabana debuted on the Billboard magazine's Top 40 chart on January 8th, 1978, and peaked at number 8. It has also reached the top 10 in Belgium, Canada, France, and the Netherlands. Internationally, the song is Manilow's third biggest hit. The track was his first gold single for a song he wrote or co-wrote. Additionally, the song earned Manilow his first and only Grammy Award for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance in February 1979. Cashbox said that a Latin beat, congas, and added percussion, strings, and horns make it unusual. Television, film, and musical. Because of the success of the song, it was his fifth gold single. Him and his collaborators, Bruce Sussman and Jack Feldman, expanded the song into a full-length made-for-television musical, also called Copacabana, in 1985, writing many additional songs and expanding the plot suggested by the song. The film version was then further expanded by Manilow, Feldman, and Sussman into a full-length, two-act stage musical, again titled Copacabana, which ran at the Prince of Wales Theatre in London's West End for 2 years, prior to a lengthy tour of the UK. An American production was later mounted that toured in the US for over a year. Over 200 productions of the show have since been mounted worldwide. All right, let's look at the chart success. Obviously, I've already mentioned that it reached number 8 on the US Billboard Hot 100 in the summer of 1978. It also reached number 6 on the Adult Contemporary chart, number 15 on the Dance Club Songs chart. In other countries, let's go over it. In Canada, on the Dance Urban chart, it hit number 2. In France, it hit number 2 on the pop chart. What else we got? Belgium, it hit number 5. Hit number 3 on the Canadian Adult Contemporary chart. Number 6 in the Netherlands, and number 7 in Canada on the pop chart. What else? Anywhere else? And number 8 in Billboard, okay, we got that. Number 23 in Germany. Now, as for chart year 1978, it ranked number 74 for the year on the Billboard Hot 100 chart for the year. Cashbox, it ranked number 82. In Canada, it ranked number 52. In Belgium, 51. In Netherlands, 92. And on its re-release in 1993, a remix version, it was number 21 for the year in 1993 in Ireland, and number 22 for the year in the UK. Certifications, it sold 1 million copies in the USA, and it was certified gold. And in the UK, it was certified silver for 200,000 copies. Now, among artists who have covered it, Liza Minnelli performed Copacabana in a 1979 episode of the American syndicated TV show The Muppet Show. James Last recorded Copacabana for his album in 1979, Copacabana Happy Dancing. Shirley Bassey released a cover of it as on a B-side of her 1979 single, This Is My Life. Amanda Lear recorded a cover of Copacabana in 2005, and it was released as a single through Dance Street and ZYX Music. And Kylie Minogue performed the song on her 2008 Kylie X 2008 tour, celebrating the 30th anniversary of her favorite male artist of all time, as she would say on stage. All right, so as we know, there was a 7-inch single, was 3 minutes and 57 seconds. There was also the 12-inch version, which was also the album version. 5:45 was the time, the length on that song. And just a note about Even Now LP, Can't Smile Without You, and Even Now were released as singles on that album. And Copacabana was the third single. But just so you understand, look, Ready to Take a Chance Again, I think it's a little bit higher in this top 1,000, was released off of the Foul Play soundtrack. And then the song Somewhere in the Night, which was the fourth single off of Even Now, but they held off releasing that until the chart run of Ready to Take a Chance Again was ending, which is November-December 1978. Just so we're clear on that. But Copacabana was on the Foul Play soundtrack and was on Even Now. For fans out there who were confused. Anyway, so that's it. Now think about this. It won the Grammy for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance in 1978. It beat Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. It beats Andy Gibbs' Shadow Dancing. And it beat a couple other really good songs from that year. So we gotta give him credit. He was really at his peak popularity. 1975 to 78 was his time. Then it slowly started to go downhill after that. But hey, no one can be a superstar forever. But I enjoy the song. I always have. My mother had the single. I confess, I was a Manilow maniac in my youth and in my early teenage years. You know, I just loved his talent. He was a great, talented musician and performer and singer. So that's it. That's all I can say about this song. It's number 810 on my list. My 1,000 favorite songs of all time. I hope you found this video to be enjoyable. I am posting a link to his video of this song in the description. Hope you share the video. I hope you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that bell. That'll notify you when other videos of mine are coming out on YouTube. Okay? So thank you folks very much. I wish you an enjoyable day and peace and love.